Hey man, yeah. 2019 was just great. I'm so excited for what the new year's gonna bring. This is gonna be amazing. Yo, happy new year. I'm gonna see you on the other side. I'm definitely ready for the new year. 2020 is not so bad right now. Oh, well, I can throw a mask on. That's not too bad. What's that sound? Y'all hear that? What the fuck? Yo, what's up, guys? Y'all know who it is. I am back. Woof. 2020. We are almost done, completely done with this crazy year. But before we get into the biggest news stories of 2020, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Y'all know, throw me a little donation at the Cash App. It's going to be all in the description. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy. So we're going to get through the biggest stories of 2020. I'm going to talk about everything from like the politics and the shit going on in the world, and there's some music, and we're going to talk about all that stuff. So let's just start in January, because we came into 2020. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas started the year off #1 song. The first time that song had ever happened. It was a 20-something-year-old song. Actually #1 again now for Christmas. Apparently she's going to do this every year now. Now that she's achieved that, it's going to happen every year. Queen of Christmas. Congratulations, Mariah Carey. But from there, it went downhill. Let's just start off. January 8th, Prince Harry and Mary 2020 Meghan Markle quit the royal family. This was huge news. But we glad you did it. Like, y'all seen what they did to Princess Diana. I lived through. Y'all remember that? For if you don't know, look it up. You seen what they did to Princess Diana. Meghan, I'm glad you got your black ass up out of there. Glad you got up out of there. January 9th, it was announced that Covert 19, Mama Joyce, that's what we're going to call it, because I heard they demonetized and stuff you said. Covert 19 was active, and they identified it. What's so weird is that it was actually kind of discovered in November, and then of course it came, and I mean over 2 million people have contacted. Woo, Lord. I'm doing a video over 2020 and I can't get my words right. This is the year personified through my talking right now. But over 2 million people have contracted the disease, and over 750,000 have passed away from it. And most of those are like in America right now. And it's so weird because we're going into 2021. A lot of countries have, gotten rid of it, and America's still dealing with it, and people don't want to wear masks. And now that there's a vaccine out, we're going to see how this is going to go. All you have to do is just blame the president, because, Lord, he didn't handle it at all. He didn't want to scare people. Let me ask y'all a question. Would you rather know that you're about to get hit by a truck so that you could possibly get out the way and prepare for it? Or would you rather be like, oh, I don't want to know if I'm going to get hit by a truck? Leave y'all comments below about that. We went straight in to legendary basketball icon Kobe Bryant being killed in a helicopter crash, which I still be thinking about that. Like, that's crazy. And keep in mind, everything I've talked about has been January. We should have known 2020 was going to be done. Like, all this was in January. Him, his his daughter, 7 others killed in a plane crash, going to a basketball game. That was one of the craziest things I've seen. You know, it was so many rumors that other people were on the helicopter. It was rumors that his family was on, his whole family was on the helicopter. It was just running rampant. Like, and it's still so unbelievable to look back and be like, dang, that happened this year, or dang, that actually happened. Like, that's was one of the craziest stories and craziest deaths. One of the craziest deaths that's happened in recent years. And, you know, shout out to the family. They're going through some crazy stuff right now, but that was nuts. And I still can't believe it happened. Going up next, this year has been filled with so many. If you're not on Twitter, Twitter's my favorite social media platform. I hate Facebook. I'm annoyed with Instagram, but Twitter, it gives you so much. All my news comes from Twitter. All of it. I find out what's going on. I always go see what's trending. I find out what's going on. I find out people's opinions of it. I can find a real article to get the factual things, and I can find out the funny opinions all on one platform. Twitter is the best, but this has been filled with so many Twitter moments. This year has been a huge year for protests, Black Lives Matter protests. We've been dealing with the Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, their deaths, their unlawful deaths, which still have not been avenged yet, still have not found justice for them yet. You know, we're still trying to fight for it, even though it's all this going on. Ahmaud Arbery, like, this isn't new. The sad thing about it is this is not new. This has been happening. And what's weird is about time we found out about Breonna Taylor, it had already been months that have passed. And had we not been, you know, on lockdown and quarantine, we would have not found out about this case and this situation. It would have been swept under the rug. And though there still has not been any, like, justice, people are aware. And people are realizing that, you know what, my voice matters. And yes, we can protest. Some people are rioting. We can riot, burn things down, make our voice known. Yes, that's going to work. In a lot of cases, that works a whole lot. And we also have to vote, too. Because we've also found out that this year, we were reintroduced, especially to the new generation, that this year, we've really seen that voting matters. Even though, you know, electoral college is kind of weird and we got to get rid of that and somehow put the popular voting system into play. But voting matters, and you're voting people into these positions as attorney generals and this, that, and the third, and sheriffs and all that. We got to vote, not just presidential, because presidential can't do anything. We've seen that with Barack Obama. He did a lot, but he was fighting against the House and with the Senate, and you got to get everybody on the right page. And we found out voting does matter. Voting can definitely help change things. And there's a lot of protesting. So that whole riot that was going on and that lady in that wheelchair, y'all, Twitter was hilarious. But it's a lot of protesting going on this year. And that was a huge, we have to make sure that we keep that going in the coming years. We got to keep making change. Don't just let this be 2020 is the year that we voted, and then 2021, all the other elections and local elections, we just ignore. We have to keep voting. Y'all stand in line to go shopping. Black Friday, y'all stand in line for chicken sandwiches. Y'all stand in line for Jordans. Y'all stand in line for concert tickets. Y'all standing up all day at concerts and festivals. Y'all can stand in line to vote. Or guess what? You can do absentee ballots, because I voted absentee for the Senate race and for the presidential race. Ta-da! There's options. Speaking of the presidential race, this, in my 30-something years, has been the most, I've seen the most times that a president has won an election for one election. You know, I remember when Barack won, it was like, oh, Barack won, great. He won again. Oh, he won, great. Same thing with George Bush, 2 terms. Clinton, 2 terms. Trump won. I remember him winning. And there was a little pushback, but he won. I don't remember it being like, Trump won every other day. Okay, Trump won. No, he really did win. No, he really did win. It was just like we accepted the foolishness. Now that we have Biden and Harris in, it's like, oh, no, we're fighting. No, they cheated. No, and it's just like, no, y'all lost. Like, take that L, and walk right
on out the White House, right over there. Bye.
Bye, Dawn. Like, it was huge. It was something I was very excited about. I'm so glad that we were able to kind of stand together and get this out, because those people, those hateful people on the other side, they're gonna vote, even though they're voting against, you know, their own lives, because a lot of people are poor and ignorant, but they're gonna vote. So we had to get out there and vote and get everybody to vote. And I actually worked the voting polls this year, and I seen a lot of people that looked like it was their first time voting. A lot of people were saying it's their first time voting. A lot of parents were bringing their children saying, hey, this is their first time voting. They're 18, you know. So it was so good to see that. And people even bringing their children that were too young to vote, to bringing them and saying, hey, watch me do this. You need to do this. There were so many people that fought for our rights, me, a person of color, to vote, to help make change. And we cannot do that if we don't take advantage of these things. And people that say that voting does not matter, y'all see what happened with Barack Obama. You're seeing what happened with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Like, they do matter. It don't matter when everybody doesn't vote. We all have to get on the same page. And we were able to make a huge change, having the first person of color as vice president, first woman as vice president, and then now Joe Biden's creating this amazing cabinet, all this stuff. Y'all,
we did it, Joe. We did it. You're the president of the United States.
We did it. And why every single year is California on fire? Like, does the fire stop? Because it just seems like they never get the fire to stop. We hear about it like every year. People are evacuating their homes. They're losing all the property is getting damaged, or they have to move. It's like every year we hear about these California wildfires, and then it kind of fades from the news, and then about time summer comes back around again, it's on fire. Like, what is going on? Can somebody explain what's going on? There were also fires in Colorado, like in Denver, that I did not hear anything about. Now, I don't watch the news, but, you know, I get everything from Twitter, and I didn't see nothing on Twitter about Denver wildfires, but my sister lives in Denver, so she told me, and I was just like, what? I never heard about that. And there's smog, and they couldn't breathe. Air was horrible. Like, and then Australia was on fire. We gotta save all the koala bears and stuff. Like, what is going on? Why are we destroying the planet? Can we help build? Like, where is Captain Planet? Do y'all know that China and is it China or Japan? I think it's Japan, and France is creating like super soldiers, kind of like iRobot super soldiers, and then like they're also trying to like do some Gemini Man shit, like creating these like clone humans, and there's movies out that kind of show you where that can go, but yet we're doing that. They could just hit reset on the world for all I care. Just hit reset, start over. I hopefully I come back reincarnated as something that got some sense. Something in somebody in a position that can help make change, because we just keep doing stupid shit. Let's move on to the entertainment news. Oh, that wet ass pussy. The return of Cardi B. There was a lot of news saying that Cardi was going to, you know, possibly return this year with an album. We went through over half the year, no music. She surprised everybody with WAP by releasing the cover with her and Megan Thee Stallion, which was huge. It was such a huge year for female rap. I'm a huge fan of female rap. Last year was a huge year. Cardi has really ushered in the new era of female rappers. We had so many last year. This year we had even more. With Megan Thee Stallion continue to grow. City Girls doing their thing. Flo Milli, Mulatto, Sweetie still doing her thing, still dropping hits. Sweetie makes hits, y'all. They might be recycled beats and recycled hits, but she's making hits. Brie Runway, who I love, Ruby Rose, I love her voice. Like, there's been a huge wave, a second continued wave of female rappers. Megan and Cardi broke records, made history, broke history. With WAP having over 900 points on Billboard, one of the biggest number ones of all time. Because the thing is, people were trying to pit them against each other and all this other stuff and create this fake beef, and they made a bigger hit, made the biggest female rap collaboration of all time on Billboard charts. Shout out to the Ladies Night cast of Lil' Kim, Missy, Angie Martinez, Da Brat, and Left Eye for paving the way with their hit song, their Grammy-nominated hit song, Not Tonight remix, Ladies Night. But WAP has absolutely killed it. WAP had the Republicans so mad, so upset, so many think pieces. And I'm still trying to understand why all these rappers are trying to talk about how nasty WAP is. And we just last night had the Too Short and E40 versus battle. Too Short. Y'all talking about WAP, but Too Short? Now I get it. WAP is the biggest, probably mainstream song, but there's so many, like Jackie O, Kaya, My Neck, My Back, Dirty Version, Trina, Lil' Kim, the Queen of Nasty. Like, y'all talked about WAP. Thanks for the free promo, though, because WAP broke some records. Also, we got a huge R&B wave. People were claiming that R&B was dead. It's definitely been coming back into the forefront. And I'm so glad that we have had these amazing R&B artists. Her, which is one of my favorite artists of the new school. Summer Walker released an EP this year, and Over It was still killing it. We got Victoria Monet, who writes Ariana Grande's biggest hits. She's been doing her thing. Duran Bernard, I think I said his name right. If y'all have not heard of him, album is great. Vocals are crazy. Kalani, Janae, listened to a lot of their stuff this year, especially Kalani. Her album, Fire. Ari Lennox, the return of Jasmine Sullivan. We've been waiting for so long. And when I say she has not disappointed, and I need Jasmine, all those songs you're releasing, I need the live versions on streaming also. Because the live versions, you cutting all the way the fuck up. And I need the live versions on streaming pronto. Usher, y'all, Usher is a legend. Respect him as such. He's released Fire this year. Ty Dolla $ign released his debut album. I guess, is this considered his debut album? I don't know. Y'all be having albums and mixtapes and EPs. Ty Dolla $ign did his thing with his project, Party Next Door. SZA, we got a single from SZA, so we're ready for that project. And then we got Justin Bieber and Ariana dipping their toes more and more into the R&B. Let's support our black R&B artists. Because they don't get as much attention as these people that are doing this watered down R&B. The legendary Miss Whitney Houston, the late legendary Miss Whitney Houston, made history this year with having the first black artist to have 3 diamond albums. What is diamond? Diamond is 10 million units in the United States, not 10 million worldwide. That's not a thing. 10 million in the United States is diamond. Her sophomore album, Whitney, crossed over 10 million this year. So it joins her debut album, self-titled debut album. Her sophomore album is now, and then now and also, the Bodyguard soundtrack. 3 diamond records. Nobody has done it. Not even Michael Jackson. I feel like Michael is very close, though. Very close, because Michael sold some records. You hear me? Lock their asses up. Harvey Weinstein, locked up. R. Kelly, locked up. Russell Simmons, left the country. Kenneth Petty, lock his ass up and lock up his wife. Miss Maxwell, homegirl of Jeffrey Epstein, locked up. Have we heard of her? Have we heard from her? Is she alive? What's going on there? Donald Trump, lock his ass up too. Everybody involved. Now, I'm not going to say I believe every time somebody has accusations for somebody, and I'm also not going to say that I don't believe it. I'm just going to say, if y'all want to have sex with somebody, there are people that will have sex with you that you don't have to try to take it. You don't have to assault nobody. You don't have to try to take it. Somebody will have sex with you. Like, I don't get the whole, I don't know. Lock their ass up. this year we have lost some great shows. Some shows that used to be great, and then some shows that were great all the way to the end. Empire ended this year, kind of prematurely. I haven't watched Empire since Jamal got shot. I can't tell you how long ago that was, but I completely lost interest. I have no idea what the show was doing, what was going on. No idea of the songs that were being played or sung. I stopped watching Empire a long time ago. Did y'all watch Empire? Did y'all finish it? No. Oh. How to Get Away with Murder ended this year. Amazing show, had a great ending. It is on Netflix. Check it out. And Greenleaf, y'all, if y'all don't watch Greenleaf, it was on OWN. If y'all have not watched Greenleaf, go to Netflix and check Greenleaf out. It's like a church drama, kind of. It's a church drama, but it has so much shit in there. It's so good. The acting is amazing. Lynn Whitfield always kills it in everything she does. Go watch Greenleaf on Netflix right now. It's amazing. Still very sad about this. Amazing actor, role model, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sorry, I messed that all up. Superhero Chadwick Boseman unexpectedly died after dealing with colon cancer. He had been battling it for 4 years, and we just got news that he passed, and we were just like, wait, what? And it's so weird because we did see a lot. We did see him, like, he did interviews. He was doing something online, and he looked very skinny, very frail, and of course people were making jokes like they always do, because y'all have to make every single thing funny. Nobody ever thinks of anything, not knowing this man was battling cancer. While this man was shooting movies, while he was shooting Avengers 1 and 2, while he was shooting Black Panther, while he was shooting 28 Bridges, I think it's called, while he was shooting Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, while he was shooting all these movies, doing all these appearances at these award shows, doing everything that he was doing, this man was battling cancer and chose to not even tell anybody outside his immediate circle. That is heroic. That is iconic. And for him to do that, and like, he's a great actor, and to still be able to perform like he's performed, and still be able to have a smile on his face, and still be able to be positive. This is like, that was so amazing. Like, looking back, you're just like, damn, he was such a great man, and you don't really run into people like that. And he passed away. And keep in mind, like, a week before he died, he was still expecting, like, still getting ready to film Black Panther 2, and he was still thinking he was fine, and it just kind of went downhill from there. And if y'all haven't seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix, it is a good movie. It has amazing performances. It's a lot of Oscar buzz for Chadwick, and I thought, when people die, they're like, oh, he's a great actor, there's Oscar buzz now, blah blah blah. But after watching the movie, I'm surprised it's not called LaVelle. I can't remember Chadwick's name in the movie. It seemed like it was his movie, and he had put on an amazing performance in the movie. Y'all check it out. He and Viola killed it, but he really killed it, and I see why there's so much award buzz around his performance. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. They're not recasting him for Black Panther 2, which is amazing, and people were wondering what they're gonna do. It had been announced that basically all the cast is going to be kind of stepping up. So it seems like Black Panther 2 is going to be a movie where, the leader, Black Panther, has passed, he's gone, and now everybody else has to kind of stand up to defend Wakanda, and whatever the story is going to be. I still think it's going to be a great movie. I'm glad they're not recasting him, because I hate when they recast movies, and Black Panther was entirely too big of a movie for you to recast with some other actor, which would be great for that other actor to have a opportunity. But when the MCU, they really take their time to do things, I think it's great that they're not recasting them. I'm waiting for the movie. And shout out to Chadwick Boseman and his family, and rest in peace to the legend. Ariana Grande just got engaged again. Would y'all rather have like a bunch of engagements or none until you get like one? I don't know. Hey, y'all remember murder hornets? Those hornets that were like found like they're like from Asia somewhere, and they just kind of showed up in the United States, and whatever happened to those? Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and click a link for some more content.